dive deep into the rhythms and stories
that shape our world. I'm Zoe Joelle.
And I'm Alexis Simone.
And this is Soundwaves. Let's get into it.
Period. Okay, so what are we sipping on today?
So we got a mocktail. Mocktail of the day. It says it is a sparkling, non-alcoholic aperitif, I guess. That's how you say it. The notes are rich forest berries and vanilla oak. I've never had it. She's never had it.
It smells like grape
juice.
juice.
This is going to be a raw. I know. It don't smell too good. Taste test, I guess.
Period. Yes. Okay.
It tastes like prune juice.
The fizz helps it.
A little bit.
Because if it didn't have no fizz,
it's not too bad.
If it didn't have no fizz, it would be nasty.
Yeah. It does say blackberries, rich tannins, and subtle peppers, so I can see that. Oh, it has ashwagandha in it. And green tea.
I can taste the blackberry.
To bring your body into balance. Okay, so that's what we're drinking on.
Ashwagandha and green tea. That's like a contradicting effect.
Right.
It's a little bit of both. All right, so today we're going to discuss navigating our 20s.
Yeah.
Which we are still in our 20s. So
right.
Our early 20s up to this far.
Yeah.
So,
the first question is, what did you say? What is the biggest lesson you learned thus far in your 20s?
Yes.
That's crazy.
I need a little think.
Like, I don't know if this is the biggest, but the first thing that comes to mind is being slower to speak and slower to react. Because, baby.
Slower to react.
Yes. Yeah. Because emotions, first of all, for me, like, that's embarrassing. Like, when you do too much, and I feel like I have a history of doing too much. Like, whether that's in family circumstances, friends, dealing with dudes, whatever it is, like, reacting in a certain way, that could be very embarrassing. Of course, in your younger 20s, I feel like everybody's low-key a little bit embarrassing. Like, we're very emotional and just thinking you know more than you actually do. So, I would say that's mine. And I've really been able to benefit off of not reacting so fast. Like, really taking my time to think and always knowing that, like, emotions is energy and motion. So, like, it's always going to change. So, there's no point of, like, making situations bigger or worser. That's not a word. But worse than they are. So, I think that would be mine off the top of my head.
Definitely the emotions. Because emotions change so much. So, then now I just blew up and I regret it.
And you're going to get held accountable.
And I want to just dodge all of that. And I feel like I did that so much in relationships. Like, I just would say the first thing that came to my head out of any emotion that you just triggered in me. Or just, like, being easily triggered, period. For me, though, I would say the biggest lesson I've learned thus far is, like, confidence rules everything. I feel like just, like, being in a teenager mindset of when I was, like, in high school and everything, like, going into college, I had confidence, but then as you enter the world and realize you're like a lot smaller than you think you are, it shatters it a little bit. But it's like, as a 20-year-old, as you're entering adulthood, you got to be confident literally in every single thing you do. Or some doors, you want to be placed in some opportunities, you want to walk through some doors because you didn't have the confidence. Maybe you didn't speak up. Maybe you didn't carry yourself like you should be here. And stuff like that. And so I'm still working on it, but I definitely think, like, that's the biggest thing I've learned thus far. Like, how to be confident, what confidence may look like in me, how do I want to be a confident woman as I continue to grow up and enter into the later years. We're approaching 30.
Who?
Bitch me. I got a few more years, but still, like, you know, I'm trying to be intentional, okay? So I gotta just who I want to become and knowing what that looks like, and it's just such a more confident woman. And so I'm slowly getting there, but confidence literally rules everything.
Yeah, I feel like confidence is like a game, though. Like, I think in college, like you said, how the world, like, as your world gets bigger, you feel smaller, like you're around so many different people that you've never met. Just for college as an example, but that can be with anything
that you do
in your 20s, getting a job, whatever it is for you, learning hobbies and stuff like that. But just getting to know people, even coming to a new state and getting to know people, like, you realize that it's surface level sometimes with people. Like, you can act confident and still get in some rooms that you may want to be in, but you have to maintain it for sure. But, like,
it's like faking it.
Yeah, like, don't be too hard on yourself on it, because that can also make you not be confident because you're overthinking the whole process of being confident. So, yeah.
That's true.
That's my little point on there.
Little take.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely faking it until you're making it, because it's not going to come overnight. We know that. So, but like I said, intentional, because, baby,
Right. So what's our next question?
All right. So our next question is, what is something you've learned about yourself as an adult? What do you think?
Something. I got one. Okay, go ahead. I'm not ready.
This is a newer realization too. Like, I feel like I just learned this about myself, and it may be circumstantial. Okay. I will say, maybe I haven't always been like this, but it is something I used to take pride in saying I was, which was being open-minded.
You are? You're saying you
or
are?
I'm not as much as I thought I was. I growing up to this point, I thought I prided myself. I'm like, I'm such an open-minded person. Mm-hmm. But baby, I feel like recently, within the last few months, I have not been open-minded. I feel like I've been a little bit limited, like, not, I want to say judging people, but kind of just not moving in the open-minded space where it's like, I'm not trying to enter it, but I will say I don't think I've been as open-minded as I prided myself on being. And it may be circumstantial, but
I think it's okay though. I don't think we have to be everything.
We don't have to be everything, but I do think it's important to be open-minded.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I don't want to not.
You can draw the line some places if you want to draw the line.
Facts. I think as we've been maturing, I just feel like I'm kind of moving in a way where who I'm gravitating more towards, like what kind of people I want to be around.
I think
and
that's
stuff
good.
Like that.
To a certain extent, that's good.
Yeah, but I don't want it to come off as I can't get along with everyone. I'm not gonna say I gotta be everybody's friend, but I don't want it to come off as I'm being rude or I'm just a bitchy person because I don't agree with how you live your life. Yeah,
like you're bringing a prejudgment to the table.
Right. Yes, I don't want to do that. So that is something I've learned about myself that recently though. Okay.
Yeah.
May not be the most fluent person out here.
So it was the most recent lesson, you said?
That's my most recent lesson. So it don't have to be recent, though. It can be something you learn about yourself as an adult, period.
Okay. Well, I do have a recent one. The recent one is, it's about me, but it's kind of more like a life lesson, period. But learning how to be authentically telling the truth at all times so that I can be and live the life that I want, Yeah. Because I feel like I've always prided myself on I'm from New York, so it's easy to be blunt and all of these things. Mm-hmm. But I think I've always been able to, in my younger days, I've been always able to tell the truth, motivated by anger or by annoyance. Because it takes a different level of bravery and strength to just be honest with people when you're not even upset with them. It's
it's not attached to the emotion.
Yeah, it's just how I feel. This is how I feel right now. Right. I'm about to tell you because I need to tell you.
I need to be honest.
Yeah, so I think the lesson that I learned was that I don't think I've always been as honest as I thought I was. But it was just because I don't be wanting to deal with all of the stuff that comes behind being honest because people can't take honesty. Right. But honestly, I've been enjoying being honest. I would say that.
It's freedom in it.
Yes. I
give you a round of applause because I need to get there, okay? I need to get there. Definitely to increase the emotional intelligence, I feel like it's important to be honest in the moment without any emotions attached to why you're holding somebody accountable. Yes. Because then it can be received differently versus it coming from just a reaction.
Right. And in these later 20s, I don't want to waste no more time. Whether that's with a friend, that's with a job, that's with a relationship. Yeah. Whatever it is, the more honest I am, the more aligned I can be with where I need to be. Because the more you lie, the more you end up in places and things that you don't want to be in. That's you thought true. You did, but you don't. So I don't want to do that no more.
And now you got to backtrack because you're trying to get yourself out of it.
Exactly. And that's more work than just being honest from the jump. Right. Come on.
But people don't like to be held accountable.
And that's fine.
So how do you think you can respond when people don't want to be held accountable?
I don't care. Look, y'all, I'm in therapy. My therapist's been telling me you don't need to be afraid of saying what you have to say because you're not a mean person. You're not doing anything to hurt nobody's feelings. You're just saying what you need to say. Because I feel as a kid, I won't say it's a black people thing or nothing like that because I don't know. But I think as a kid, emotionally immature adults will make you feel bad for being honest or telling your preferences on certain things because it might hurt their feelings. Yeah. And then you gain this I feel bad mindset or that kind of makes you lie at the end of the day because you're thinking about so many other people's things towards how you feel that you just don't tell the truth.
And then you become a people pleaser.
So to your question about dealing with people that don't want to be held accountable, I think we have to stay present to just the emotion. Like, say, not me, you, clearly, but like, if you had something to tell me, instead of thinking about all the outcomes, all the resolutions that may come behind telling the truth, just stay in the present moment of you have something to say and say it. Yeah. And say it kindly, of course. Don't be tearing people down, but I don't think you should. Once you start thinking about, but what if they do this, then you're not gonna say it because you just thought your way out of it and you're not gonna say it.
That'd be me.
So don't do that. Just stay present in what you need, how you feel, and stay right there. Because then don't go over there.
I don't go conjured up the worst possible reaction,
and then you don't want to do it no more.
Yeah, because I made myself scared.
Yeah, and you created the conversation. You don't even know how the conversation was gonna go.
That's true. I just spoke for them.
Right.
I just spoke for you.
Trying to control every aspect. Shoot.
Yeah, but see, that's why I love therapy.
Right.
Because it's just great conversation. Amen. I'm a therapy advocate. Okay?
Yeah, I'm new to therapy. I'm on my 3rd session. Like, chill. But I really do like it. I really do like it.
I think everybody should try it.
Yeah, I like it.
I haven't been a minute. I haven't been since February, but before that, I did therapy for 2 years.
So. Yeah, she got me wanting to go, so.
Try therapy.
Check it out. Maybe soon we'll have a little sponsorship.
Better help. Insert Okay, let's move to our next question.
I think I'm feeling this little ashwagandha green tea mixture.
It's giving me, I don't know if it's a placebo, but I'm a little jittery.
I don't think so. Because we didn't even like the drink. We didn't even read much into it. But
it makes me feel a little...
I'm feeling it.
A little lit. I'm not even... It's a mindset. It's all in your mind. All right.
Let's get it.
Okay, so it still is geared to like a little bit of navigating your 20s, but not solely direct to it. But what benefits do you see from being present and disciplined? I think you see the outcomes that you want. Mm-hmm. I think you start like achieving the goals that you outlined for yourself.
Yeah. I think even going back to the confidence thing, I feel like being present and disciplined gives you more confidence.
Because you make yourself feel like you're actually doing what you're holding. What is it? You're holding yourself accountable. Like you're doing what you say you're gonna do, and that's the biggest thing you can do for yourself.
And it makes you more focused because if you are being disciplined, like that just made me think of like the gym journey. It's a journey,
baby. It's a journey. It's a journey.
Like, honestly, I've been in the gym all my life. It's just never been like every single day, all 360. Like it never gave that.
The consistency.
It never gave that. But when I'm on my run of being at the gym 4 or 5 times a week, I'm feeling my best self. So I feel like being present and disciplined, it's like a waterfall effect of more positive outcomes.
Yeah.
Other stuff.
Definitely a positive outcome. Like it's instantly. I feel like it could be something small. And you're like, oh, I've been trying to do this. I've been trying to enter my life, into my routine. I stay present, I stay disciplined with it, and now I reap the benefits of it.
Right.
But that gym, I gotta restart my journey.
Yeah. But you feel like a brand new person when you finally keep your promises to yourself. Like, you'd be so happy. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that'll be what I get in my 30s, but I haven't been able to, like, have a whole, like, when people be like, oh, I've been doing this for the last 3 years. Like, I don't think I've experienced that form of discipline where, like, I've been doing the same thing for years upon years. I just haven't got there. Yeah. But I do have discipline to the point where it can get me to the next step. But I haven't been able to do it for like years and years. No, I haven't been able to do that.
Same.
So it's a journey.
It is a journey. And we're still working on it.
Yeah, so ask me again when I'm 30.
Okay. Being 20, we all know, like, in your 20s, I should say, we all know, like, you're not going to always hang out with the same people. Like, you're not going to maintain the same friendships. Mm-hmm. Things will change. Like, people grow separately, they grow apart, they grow together. Mm-hmm. So, how do you navigate your relationships, platonic and romantic, in an intentional way?
As you continue to grow?
As you continue to grow.
Ooh, I feel like that's such a loaded question because honestly,
it's like 2 parts.
I think it's some acceptance that has to be brought to that. Like,
yes.
For me, like, my background is, we're in Atlanta now, but I was born and raised in New York. I came out here for college.
A little fact.
Right.
How long you been here?
Little facty fact.
Tell us more.
How long you been here? 2016. Wow.
Yeah.
So almost 10 years. That's crazy. Because people be like,
y'all.
Are you really still from New York? Like, girl, whatever. Anyways.
No, she's not.
I said acceptance because, like, through that journey, of course, the friendships that I have in New York are not as close as they used to be. I mean, I was in high school.
Yeah.
And now I'm in my later 20s. So it's like, I feel like you have to accept the growth. I think you have to be okay with the fact that you're not going to have the same best friendship that you used to have, because when we were younger, it was like, oh, I got some tea. Like, tea was the biggest thing. Always sharing some tea. Who's doing
running around school. I couldn't wait to run around to my friend next class. She's like, girl.
But now it's like, I don't want to hear that. I really don't want to hear that. For the most part, I don't. Like, I love a good kiki. I love a good life update. But, like, on some messy stuff, I don't want to hear that. So I think you have to be open to growing. And if people aren't open to growing with you, you have to be okay with distance. Or maybe y'all just won't be friends no more. Or together or whatever it is. And you have to be okay with that. Because it's other stuff going on.
Facts. So you would say the same for relationships?
For relationships, I think it's a little bit different. I feel like that is acceptance. Of course, accepting you and your partner. Yeah. And it's like open communication. Like, are they open with growing with you? Are y'all still aligned as you continue to grow? So I think it's more like an open communication thing. And it's still acceptance, though, because you have to accept
that person,
whatever the outcome is. Yeah. Yeah, and that person. But it's tough, though, because especially for your 20s, it's like you're going through so many metamorphoses. Like, bro.
Facts. So many cycles. You started something and ended something several times at this point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I will say, like, with friendships and relationships, I used to be sad. I still be a little sad sometimes.
It's okay.
I get a little sad. I don't want to lose nobody. Yeah. But like I said, though, I feel like naturally I'm just being a little bit more. I don't know. It's not getting open as much, where I'm able to just like be with every single person I used to be friends with, which God be removing them for me, because I never have the guts. Well, in the past, I hadn't had the guts to end it. So I think now, just being more intentional, it's just having those intentional conversations. Yeah. I crave connection and I crave a good conversation. Yeah. And some people don't be having nothing to talk about.
And some people be okay with not having a deep connection. And I'm trying to find the balance between that too, because I do want to be more like social events and getting to know people. Yeah. But I come from such a close-knit type of background. Like, all the friends I've ever made, I always created it into a friend group. Because that's just how I feel safe. Like, I don't really have a lot of associate type of friends. I don't know how to balance that. And maybe it'll just come with age. Because I think it's okay to have associates. I just don't know how to do that.
That's how people have people at their wedding.
Right. Well, I don't know how as if, like, I'm going to share my life with anybody that I'm right. I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying, like, if I'm not able to connect with you on a deeper level, intellectually, whatever that is, or maybe we enjoy the same things, I'd be like, I don't know what to do with this.
So what are we going to talk about? Because it don't have to be about personal stuff. Like, it literally can be about anything. We may be out bowling, and we have nothing to talk about because it's giving surface. And I can only hold so much surface conversation. Facts. And like you said, like, a little kiki is funny every now and then, but I don't want to keep talking about other people. Facts. Like, y'all.
Another thing, let's talk about what we don't want to talk about. Because I don't want to talk about men that you chose that you don't want to choose no more. Then don't choose them.
Don't choose them.
I don't want to talk about that. I really don't. I hate talking about guys.
One conversation.
Inadequate men. I don't want to talk about that.
That's when you make that realization once, and then after that, why are we talking about it? You gave up on it.
Right, unless you want to kiki. Other than that, boo them stuff. I don't care. Like, I don't want to hear about that.
I don't want to talk about other people in like a nasty way. Yeah. No. Like, I don't want to talk about. I really don't care to talk about like what you reminiscing so much. Like, all the conversation you have is how you used to be. Fact. I used to do this. That's just like when girls are like, oh, my hair fell out because my mama permed it. Like, I don't want to keep talking about stuff in the past because I didn't know you then. So I'm getting to know you, but like, I didn't know you then, so I don't want to talk about that. Like, what we gonna do? What do you like to do now? Like, where you be at? Like, who you party with? Right. What do you like to do for fun?
And with the reminiscing thing, that made me think about a conversation me and Alexis had like a couple weeks ago. We're such energy people. Honestly, I'm gonna try. I really want to try to stop. I don't even be reading into stuff. I just be feeling people's energy.
Feeling it.
But we was talking about how, like, I feel like people that reminisce a lot are either, like, unsatisfied with their current circumstances of life, or, like, you're not really doing anything right now. And that's okay. Like, you're not always going to be on your A game. I'm not
honest about that, though.
It just feels weird, like, because I'm not in that same bag. Like, I'm trying to have some fun. You talking about what you used to do, who you used to do, da-da-da-da. What are you doing now, Ed?
Right. And then it's, like, in a comparison way.
Yeah.
Like, it's always in a comparison I should have, like, you know, I see you out here doing this. Like, I should have been... You still do it.
What do you want to say?
You still alive. You alive right now.
What you want to say?
conversation with me, you can still do it.
Right.
Definitely big on energy people though. Let's talk about that because.
Oh my God. Yo.
And see, I don't even be trying to be closed off. I really don't. But like, once I sense that something is off, either I'm gonna dive in and be like, "What's wrong with you?" Like,
I don't.
What happened in your life? I start thinking about that. Or I just be closed off. I have nothing to say.
Facts. Like, if you're oversharing, we're talking about, like, you have to explain more because they don't know us. But, like, we're saying energy people as far as, like, you could feel people's energy. People energy be draining. People energy be enjoyable, confident, insecure, whatever it is. Like,
you can sense it. Like, even if it's like the first time meeting them.
Like, everybody hold their little own bag. Like, bag, lady. Like, everybody has their bag. And I can feel your bag. And that might be another reason why I don't have too many surface level friendships. I don't really know how to be in that type of situation.
I don't know how to navigate it. Mm-mm. I mean, like you said, I think it's important to have associates because sometimes you may just want to go and take a drive somewhere and meet up with somebody for a little quick bite. And it's not where I'm having a whole 30-minute conversation about how your life shattered at 10 years old.
Right.
Like, it don't have to be like that. So I think associates are important, but I don't know how to navigate them.
But I think even with your deep level friends, every conversation isn't deep. We can still have associate type of vibe. So yeah, I don't know.
That's true.
Let's leave a question mark because we don't know yet.
We'll see how that goes. But okay, for relationships though, I think being honest, like you could be intentional relationships, being honest what you want up front.
Yeah.
I think that is also something I learned just navigating my 20s. How to be honest, be front forward about what I want, and just acceptance. Like you said, if they can't provide it, then you're not the one for me.
Yeah, like don't force it.
Yeah, definitely. Because then now my bag is heavy.
Right.
As we approach the fourth quarter of the year, what is something you want to do before the year ends?
Pay off my credit cards.
Let's talk about that. Because y'all don't understand, we adults now.
Fact.
And that is a part of being grown. Like, the transition from, because y'all, we went to the same college.
Yeah.
We went to Georgia State together.
Go Panthers.
And we met freshman year. We stayed in the same dorm.
Yeah.
And we've been friends ever since then.
Thanks.
Love ya. And so, from that, being like giving money, because I was, giving money and everything.
Girl, we had $500 rent. So what was being financially responsible? I didn't have to. But anyway, if you want a more fun answer, I could get to that. But I don't have that much debt. But I just want to have my money. I want to keep my money, put it where I want to put it, invest it and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to get rid of all my debt so I can move forward into the next chapter of financial freedom. Period. That's really my goal.
To get some financial freedom.
Any other than that? Yeah, I don't know. I just been on my financial literacy shit. I don't know.
Okay. No, that's a good goal.
I want to take some more trips. That's what I want to do. I want to enjoy a nice little cabin trip. I want to prioritize the friendships I do have. That's what I want to do.
Yes, that's a good one. I just want to like execute a goal of mine that instead of like focusing on so many different things. So I have a lot of goals, like financial freedom. Yes, pay off some debt. Yes, it's like I was saying, like giving money as far as like giving money. Like I didn't have nothing to pay for, so I was giving money and blowing it on whatever that was, clothes, food, a good time. And we love to still have a good time. So paying off credit cards is something big for me, but then also like I really do have other goals as far as like hosting, prioritizing the friendships that I do have as well, and just like family time in general. But I'm somebody who has so many, and I just hop instead of like executing one, and then nothing gets done.
I think a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah, and I don't like that though, because then it makes me anxious. Because then I look back and I be like, girl, what did you do?
Nothing got done.
Nothing. What did you do? Nothing.
Facts.
You thought about everything.
And nothing got done.
So I want to make it a priority to at least accomplish one of those things like fully, like throughout. Prioritizing friendships and family like that is something that's ongoing. But like debt and like hosting an event and stuff like that, like that is actually something I can do from start to finish, and I need to do one of them, maybe. Not both. We'll see.
Pardon me. I feel like a lot of people could relate to focusing on a lot of stuff. It's just like the day and age that we're in. Like, you're constantly being exposed to so many things. Honestly, I felt like that for a long time.
Yeah.
What has helped me surrender to it, and like, I've always been a wipe the slate type of person. That's what I say. It came from a bad habit of giving up on stuff, but I changed it to like, if it's too much stuff on my plate and I'm just like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, but nothing is getting done, I'm fine with just not doing any of it and then picking things one by one. What do you actually want to do? What do you actually care about? Because you might care about all 10 things, but like, okay, let's start with 2. Because nothing has been getting done for the past year, so where are we really going with this? So I think for me and how I got out of that was like surrendering to the fact that I have a brand new career, surrendering to the fact that I take care of myself completely. So it's like, be okay with where you are, and then once you get a good grip on that, then pull out the other stuff. Like, okay, we can do this. We can do this. And then give yourself like a timeline with it as well, you know? Like, be more realistic about it, and be your own friend, period.
Yeah. I think I need to do that. I need to start with 2 and do the timeline, because it's not realistic. Not in my head right now to be having all them things.
So many, yeah.
Because now it's September.
Right.
I know his goals in January. Like, we're just being honest. So definitely, okay, I can see that. Starting with 2 and working on that. Okay.
Since we started with like navigating your early 20s, how do you want to finish out your 20s? Like, that could be the woman you are, whatever, the life, the car you drive, whatever it is. How do you want to finish out your 20s? I could go first. I just thought about it.
Okay.
I want to finish out my 20s. I don't mind if I'm still in this career that I have. Okay. But it has to be on a way higher scale and way more intentional.
You gotta tell them what you do.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just kidding. But I'm a project manager in tech. It's cool. It affords the life that I live, which I appreciate. And I also work remote. So I enjoy that and, you know, just navigating that. But I said more intentional because my true passion is in fashion. So I wouldn't mind doing like project management for a brand or something like that. Just I want to end my 20s way more intentional than it ever began, because what the heck, 20 years old versus 29, 30 is crazy. Yeah, so way more intentional, making way more money, of course, and really proud of the group of people in my life. Really proud, like, wow, like, my community is so dope. Like, that's how I want to feel. So I want to be accomplished and just surrounded by support and a really good network.
Okay, period. I like that. A strong group.
What about you?
I'm still thinking on it, but I would say I want to end my 20s as a calm person. Like in my self-being, I'm just like a calm, peaceful state all the time. Like, I go through different cycles of where things like I'm triggered or I am someone who is anxious just based off different things that I'm experiencing in life, whether it's work, whether it's just change in general, because I'm somebody who is learning how to not try to control everything, and I'm working on it. We got progress thanks to therapy, but just doing that. So I think just like a calm, peaceful person, and what that looks like is just definitely some more money, a little bit more secure in the career that I am in. So right now I'm a non-profit coordinator for like an autism clinic, but at the end of the day, I want to be a therapist. Like, I do want to do mental health counseling, and so like being in that field, my family, like my son, it's just we're on a whole nother level as far as like his progress and development, and in our beautiful ass home with the backyard and the pool and my nice car, driving to the PTA meetings, linking up. Like, it's also someone who just prioritizes a little bit more, like, I would say, like, intentional self-time. Because I don't feel like I get too much personal self-time, and so, but when I do, it's not being intentional, it's doing junk, like non-important things. And so just all that, and definitely associated with people who I would say proud of, but just like really engage with and have like meaningful relationships with. Period. Because I feel like I'm creating a family. My family is very small, so I feel like I'm recreating a family. And it can't just be, of course, with just like my boyfriend and son. It has to be with like multiple people. I really believe in a community. Yeah. So I would say like having a really nice community. Beautiful.
I would have to add, of course, having my own brand. Come on, let's be serious. Oh, but yeah,
that should have been the number one.
Right. Other than that was very cute. I love that for you and for us.
A little successful life.
Okay.
How many years I got to 30? I got 3.
A good little 3 of them. A good little 3.
We gonna take our time. We'll be 30 for 3 more years.
Well, thanks for riding the wave with us today. We'll see you on the next episode. Toodles.
Bye. Same time, same vibe.